on. Okay, we're with Danny Huber. This is part 2 of 3 parts interview. Let's see, later in 2005, you formed your own band, 10 Feet Tall. Tell us about that. What are your best memories?
My best memories are probably, are definitely sitting down the first time, and I was playing in a cover band at the time, and the Wind Up Merchants had broken up not long before that, about a year before that, and so I sat down with one of my bandmates from the cover band, and we just started writing songs, and it felt so good to do that again that I finally just kind of broke out and said, okay, we're doing this, and we went through many evolutions and different members from our very first singer, John Caballero, in a 5-piece with extra lead guitar and keys, to just being a 3-piece with me on 12-string and vocals. Bass was covered by the keyboards and a drummer. So another moment that really stands out for me was some of the shows that we got to play. We were able to tour a little bit regionally and played a couple of big festivals for where we were, and that was definitely just a really cool experience to be able to go and immerse in an entire, the Flaming Lips headlined Hyperfest one year down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And
that's awesome.
It was a fantastic festival, and we got to take part in it, so
cool.
Very fun.
I always wondered about the name.
The name was, I'm a big XTC fan, and Andy Partridge was I still can't write as quirky as he can. I've tried and it doesn't work, but they had a great song called 10 Feet Tall back in the 70s, and it's we were throwing around names and said, hey, what are some of your favorite influences that are strange enough to fit the three of us? That's where it is. So
cool. Okay, so let's see, what ultimately led to the end of 10 Feet Tall?
All the standards. Creative differences, ego, manipulation. So yeah, it wasn't a fun ending, but we did have a fun ride along the way, so yeah.
Okay. While in 10 Feet Tall, you produced an EP with 4 original songs, including Now and Then and Need. How did the EP do, and what did you learn from that experience?
I learned a lot on the technical side of that one. We mixed and mastered, or I mixed and mastered as best I could. It was kind of a pseudo master, but we recorded everything in my basement, mixed everything, and then applied everything that we could to make it sound like a pseudo master. And so I did a lot of online research and a lot of asking around to try to get different production styles, I guess, and it was a time that I learned an incredible amount about, mic placement and where you kind of just put the subtleties in if you want to make it a bigger record than just the 3 performances. So as far as how it did, it got us into some of the festivals that we went to, so that part was fantastic, and in the end, the numbers were not great, but we certainly had fun doing it, and
well, and maybe getting into the festival was kind of the point.
Right. It certainly was. It was the impetus for recording it in the first place, to try to get into some of those, and then it turned into what we had to give. And then we had recorded, or started recording our first full length on that with 12 songs, and then I'll put it in reverse order. Manipulation, ego, and creative differences came into play, and that kind of crushed it.
Do you have a solo EP planned?
I definitely do. I've had some health concerns over the past few years, or health issues over the past few years, that have made it harder to get that done, but I am getting back into the swing of things, and I've got my equipment back up and running, and I've got the songs ready to go. I just have to get it done.
Cool. Okay, let's see. When 10 Feet Tall disbanded, You returned to your singer-songwriter roots and have spent the past several years writing and performing. Tell me, what have you been up to?
As I mentioned, some health issues that I've been dealing with that have slowed me down, but I've been playing out occasionally, and a number of house parties and some really good times there, and just trying to get my feet back under me as far as a contributing member of the Denver music scene. And so really, besides family, that's where I've been.
How do you fit being an artist in with the rest of your life?
So the family part, it's a tough balance. It really is. It's you want. I have two young boys and a wife, and you try to balance that as best you can. Most of us who aren't making a lot of money in music are also working real jobs, and so that leaves the hour before you go to sleep if you don't want to try to unwind a different way, and sometimes you don't want to unwind by playing music or listening to music. You just want to stop. But it's been an up and down on the balance. Sometimes it's really great and you're completely motivated and you want to play every moment of every day that you're awake and not dealing with we're out of diapers now, but that was always fun.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, just look forward to seeing everybody in Parker at the library on September 24th, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And thank you very much, Jeannie.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're looking forward to your performance. Again, that's at 2 p.m. on Saturday, September 24th at Parker Library. If the weather's nice, we'll do it outside. If not, we'll do it in room A.
All right.
Okay, hopefully I can shut it off this time.